Sangye chedan zangye chanan da janjo pando nane gyabso je. Nage jinso ye men sanam ye jala penjere sangye jo bara jo. Zangye chedan zangye chanan da janjo pando nane gyabso je. Nage jinso ye men sanam ye jala penjere sangye Jobara sho sangye chena sagye chena no janjo barno nane gyabso je daye je sangye ben sanam ge jola penjere sangye jobara sho ay Jo Ja, hola so. Um, oh yeah. So, um, we are um, the topic that we are going to discuss is comes under the practice of Guru Yoga, and within the Guru Yoga, there is the practice of accumulating merit through focusing on the Guru devotion, and through which you practice them out of the many practices there are. That the specific practice that we are going to talk about today is known as the seven limb practice, sometimes called the seven branches practice or seven branches offering. This is what we are going to discuss. We actually touched the first of the seven limb, which is prostrations. Oh yeah. So we discussed the prostration part last week. So by the way, the seven limb practice is the prostration, making offerings, then making confession, rejoicing the good deeds of yourself and others, um, then asking the noble ones, the noble beings, to remain long and requesting them to give the Dharma teaching, and then to dedicate um, merits, dedicate all the merits to the Pure Land of the enlightened beings. So basically, this seven is known as the seven limbs. That is the seven limb in a gist. Now, just a reminder or recalling the last week's practices, we talk about the prostration, right? So prostration mainly, the main thing in prostration is while you make the offering, there are three or 4 points to touch on your own body, and then 5 points to touch on the floor. The 3 or 4 points to touch on your body is the crown or the head, the top of your head, then your forehead, then your throat, then your heart. That is the 4 points. If you want to do just 3 points, then skip the forehead, just touch on the very top, then come to the throat, then come to the heart, just 3. If you're doing 3, only you can skip the forehead. But in the Tibetan tradition, we do it 4 ways. So the forehead is also necessary. So, so when you touch the 4 points on your body, it is I prostrate to the Guru, or usually what we say is I take refuge to the Guru. I take refuge to the Guru, I take refuge to the Buddha, I take refuge to the Dharma, and I take refuge to the Sangha. 4 points. Then even but we last week I shared this verse prostration, the verse for the line, prostration lines or the prostration mantra, Om Nama Manjushriye, Nama Sushriye, Nama Uttamashriye. So only 3 verses are there, 3 lines are there. So in this case, you don't have to say it in a particular order. I mean, it has to be on the particular position. So you just keep saying it. You just recite the mantra, Namo Manjushriye, Namo Sushriye, Namo Uttamashriye, Namo Manjushriye, Namo Sushriye, Namo Uttamashriye, so like that. So this is known as the prostration mantra, mantra for prostrating. And this has the ability to multiply the merit of your prostrations by 100,000 times. Then the next important thing is when you are doing the prostrations, it doesn't matter which comes first, the knee comes first or the hand comes first, head comes first, doesn't matter. But 5 point has to touch down, which is the 2 kneecaps, and the 2 palms, and the 1 forehead. So these 5 points of your body has to touch the ground, the floor. So these 5, as I mentioned last week, these 5 points on the ground symbolizes the 5 negative emotions. So those negative emotions are being surrendered to the Guru, the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, the whole assembly of noble beings. And by doing so, you're transmuting the negative emotions to the positive ones, the 5 wisdoms. Then, then I mentioned earlier last week that when you go down, go slowly, come up fast, go down slowly during the prostration. Now the next one is offering, making offering. So within the offering, there are 2 types of offering. Okay, so this is part of the Mahayana practice. So you can do 2 types of practice, 2 types of offering. One is the physical offering. So you buy fruits, you buy juice, you buy any food. So anything, any beautiful, anything nice that you prefer, you buy, you purchase that, you procure it, and then you make the offering to the sublime ones, to the merit field, to the Guru. That is the physical offering, material offering or physical offering. So maybe the wording is a little bit, so instead of saying physical offering, let's say offer the things that you have in front of you, okay? Offer the things that you own. So I think it's better said this way: offering things that you possess and offering the things that you don't possess. So there are 2 types of offering. Basically, you offer something in general, in normal situation, you cannot give something that is not yours, right? And you cannot give something that belongs to someone else. But here you can give in the offering. Offering means to give, right? So in this giving practice, you can offer something that is yours as well as something that is not yours too.
Yeah.
Now, when you're making something, when you offer something that is your own, something that you own, then it is important to that make sure that the offering is pure. So pure offering means an offering that has not been stained or tainted by miseriness or basically stinginess. Okay, so stinginess is one thing. Then you're not making it. You're not doing this out of to show off, right? Oh, if I make this kind of big offering, then people will say, "Oh, he makes such a big offering. He's such a wealthy person, or he's such a devout Buddhist practitioner like that." Or then not out of stinginess, meaning I want to make, I will make this offering of, let's say, 100, $100, but $100, by giving $100, I feel bad because I really don't want to give from my heart, but because to save face or whatever, I'm going to give this. So basically, you have some sort of a reservation at your heart. That is called stinginess. So that is not a pure offering. So if you offer that way, it's not a pure offering. So that is the offering the possessions, meaning offering the things that belongs to you. So of course, it's limited. Offering the things that you that belongs to you, that is a limited quantity, right? Now, offering the things that does not belong to you, that is unlimited, infinite. That is infinite, uh, because the offerings that does not belong to you, the objects that does not belong to you, it's infinite. So when you make the offerings of all the objects that does not belong to you, then your offerings become infinite. Um, this can be all the objects in the universe, all the positive, all the nice things, all the favorable objects in the universe, you can make offering to the noble beings. The reason behind that, okay, there are two reasons. The reason behind that is, of course, because everything is interdependent, meaning nothing exists inherently. So for that reason, nothing belongs to this person or that person permanently, eternally. So for that reason, anything, basically, the things that are supposedly yours or supposedly his or hers, does not belong to them permanently or eternally. So for that reason, those people who say, I am I'm the owner of this house. So you are not the owner of this house naturally. Okay. So the house that you possess or the house that belongs to you uh, is handed down to you, or when you buy it with your money or whatever, you were the keeper of that house for a certain period of time. Uh, Basically, when you are not able to pay your rent, when you're not able to pay the dues, the taxes, this and that, the house can be taken away from you. So even though the things you say, oh, this belongs to me, it does not belong to you eternally. So for that reason, anything that is out there in the universe can be offered to the noble beings because it does not belong to the so-called owners eternally. So two things, right? One thing, as I said, nothing belongs to nobody eternally. So therefore, anything can be offered to anyone, anytime. Then, right? So, for example, the cell phone that you have, the house that you have, which you buy from your hard work, your money, all that thing. So when you are buying something from your money, you are trading off. You're trading with your money and the object. And as long as that it's a trade-off, it's not naturally yours, right? It does not belong to you in the beginning, and it may not be yours in the end. So basically, it's not yours naturally. So for that reason, anything out there, not just the public thing, public properties, but even private properties, does not belong to those private individuals eternally. Uh, when there is an emergency, national emergency, natural emergency, national emergency, whatever there is, like a lot of the Um, uh, so when there is a calamity, natural calamity going on, like COVID-19, for example, or a lot of the conflicts that's happening around the world, or like the natural calamities like the flood that recently happened in Vietnam, etc. So when these things happen, the so-called things that we think is very much my own, all these things just goes away. All these things just slips from your hand. So the things that you think really belongs to you, you are so grasping so strongly, gripping and grasping so strongly, just slips from your hand within seconds. You never anticipated those, and it just goes away from your hand, just like that. Which means those things, like properties, like houses, like your livelihood even, which is conceptually very much yours in the society, can also be taken away, just like that. So
Yeah.
therefore, nothing belongs to you eternally and truly. So there are two phases, right? So the one phase is that nothing belongs to nobody truthfully or eternally. That's that aspect. Another aspect, another facet, another phase is that we, okay, we ourselves as an individual wish to have or want anything that is nice or better, nice or nicer, better, that we don't have. Basically, what I'm trying to say is when you go outside and see some beautiful house, beautiful, okay, oh, I wish I could live in that house. Or I wish I have that job. Or I wish I have that iPhone 16, right? 16. Or I wish I have that girl or guy as my partner. This and that. So there is always that desire to have something that is not yours, always there within us innately. So when you say, I wish I have this, this, that, you are making offering. You are offering yourself the new car, the new job, the new uh, object, or the new partner, whatever. When you say, I wish I have this, right? When you say something nice and better, and you wish to have that, you're actually making this. You're offering this to yourself. So what we do here in by making offering things that you don't belong to you, what you are doing is switching it from uh, attachment, right? Making offering to yourself, which is attachment, to making offering to uh, to the noble beings, to the divine, to the guru, uh, to the triple gem, etc. By doing so, you are training yourself to disengage from attachment. So, because nothing belongs to nobody eternally, one side, and then you wish to have everything that belongs to everything that is good that belongs to everyone else. So instead of making that offering to yourself, wishing to have it for yourself, by offering it to the triple gem, to the noble beings, you are practicing in the disengagement from attachment, right? So basically, you are training in the by engaging in offering, the practice of offering, you are curbing, cutting down on your attachment. Okay, so that offering, that kind of offering has a name. I mean, we call it offerings. We call it mental offering. So according to the text, Dhamma text, as I mentioned earlier, it's called physical offering and mental offering. That's what it's called. But what you are to understand it more simply, you are offering something that belongs to you, that you possess, and something that does not belong to you, that you don't possess. Right. So these are the two. It's easier to understand it that way. So the offerings that you don't belong to you, or the mental offerings, has another name, and that name is known as um, Samandabhadra's offering. Okay, Samandabhadra's offering. So what happens is the Samandabhadra is a bodhisattva. Samandabhadra is so Samandabhadra means um, uh, ever wonderful being. Okay, always wonderful being or ever wonderful being. Samandabhadra. So, or to simplify, the wonderful individual or the wonderful being. That's his name, Samandabhadra. So, Samandabhadra, mm, Samandabhadra is a bodhisattva who offered everything that he possessed, okay, to the triple gem, everything, and not only physically, but he also manifested mm, the entire universe. Uh, the lights, the good smell, the illuminating lights, the good smell, the good shapes or forms, the good taste, everything positive and good and nice he offered to the triple gem. Mm. So usually we call this the Samandabhadras offering. So he offered everything that he possessed and things that he does not possess. What he did was he visualized. Basically, he himself is offering the whole universe. Then he visualizes the hundreds of thousands of lights emanating from his body to all over the world, to the extent of the universe, so to speak. And at the end of those lights, there is at the end of those lights there is a replica Samandabhadras, who is also emanating those lights. And basically, all the Samandabhadras, those millions of minions, you may say, minions of the mini Samandabhadras are making the same offering to the triple gem, like that. So basically, your offerings are being multiplied tens of hundreds of thousands of times. I just give you an example. Okay, so I have this one cup of glass, because a glass of water with me. So this is just one glass of water. So what? Let me tell you how the Samandabhadras practice works. So this one glass of water, mm, I visualize myself as Samandabhadra, or basically I visualize that powerful light emanating from my body, and all this at the tip of at the tip of those light, there is more Samantabhadras. Okay, and those Samantabhadras are offering, let's say, the powerful light. The light has a lot of light rays. So let's say the light has 10 tips or 10 points, 10 ends. So all at the end of all those ends, or the tip of all those ends, there is a Samantabhadra holding a glass of water. Okay. So basically you have 10 glasses of water. So those the 10 Samandabhadras who's holding the water bottle, also emanating powerful light. So from those 10 Samandabhadras, another 10 Samandabhadras come, offering 10 glasses of water, like that. So just a simplified manner, like that. So basically, one glass of water is multiplied according to your capability, your ability. You can offer 10 glasses of water, 100 glasses of water, or 1,000 glasses of water. Through your practice, through your training, you can offer more and more. Basically, you can expand your offerings from the physical to the mental sphere. So in a practical manner, so this is something more of a more mystical, right? In a more practical manner, what you can do is when you are, let's say, when you are driving or going on a bus, or maybe especially going to very beautiful, like scenic, beautiful places, like for okay, very good example. So nowadays, when we go to the restaurant or to some nice places, we always take a picture and post it on social media, right? So basically, you are offering this to the social group that you have, your subscriber, your followers, or whatever. So what you actually can do is when you go to a nice place, uh, yeah, you can take the picture and post on social media, whatever. That is nothing negative about that. At the same time, whatever you are eating, whatever you are witnessing, the beautiful flowers, the the melodious sound of the water falling, or anything beautiful, nice that you see, you offer that to the triple gem. Mm. You offer that to the triple. That is very practical, very practical, on the spot. Mm. Like that. So whatever you feel like you want to post on internet, uh, like social media, saying, "Oh, I see this," you can actually make this as an offering to the triple gem. Mm. Now that is the offering part. Next comes the confession. Next comes the confession. So in order to have proper confession, you need to have strong regret, repent, or whatever the misdeed, the negative action that you have uh, knowingly or unknowingly did. So knowingly, if you have done something, of course, what we have done in past lives, we don't remember, right? Uh, Even in this lifetime, some of the things, bad things that we do, we don't remember. We don't think it's a lot of times because we think we don't even know that it is a bad thing. We do it. So because of that, there may be 100 negative deeds that you did knowingly, and then there will be 1,000 negative deeds that you have done unknowingly. Mm. Of course, without knowledge, if you do it, there is, I mean, it is the the severity of the action is not as strong as the one that you have done willfully and knowingly, but still, it is a negative deed, negative action. So basically, all the negative actions that you have done, knowingly, unknowingly, remembering, not remembering, with awareness, without awareness, whatever they may be, try to recall them. Mm. So put into two categories. One category, try to remember all of those things, all the remembered negative action, one category. All the non-remembered ones, we cannot remember what it is specifically, but put all the negative action that you have done that you don't remember also in another basket, another category. So those two categories or two baskets of negative actions, remember to put them together now, two baskets, remember negativity, non-remember negativity, and then combine the two, and then repent, repent, regret, strong repentance. What I've done is done. Past is past. But from now onwards, I will never ever repeat those mistakes again. Make the commitment. So that is confession. So confession is something that we have discussed last time in the Vajrasattva practice, so I will not repeat much more. But in this particular text, this particular book or text lineage, so here there's a specific line which I have to emphasize. So here it says that the two the two piles of negativity, those that basically all the negativity that you just recalled. Imagine all those negativity gathered on the tip of your tongue, on the tip of your tongue, and then after doing the after confessing for your negativity, okay, I will never do this again. I regret all these things. This basically all this thing. So once this all this process has been completed, imagine that the triple gem, basically the field of merit, the merit field, including your guru, showers you with powerful light, and that sort of light, it's like a laser light, okay, just like laser um, working on laser surgery. So it's basically destroys all the negativity that has been gathered on your tongue, okay. So basically it just blows it away, like that, blast it away like that. Now we talk about rejoice. So after confession, now comes rejoice. Confession and rejoice are very similar in the, I mean, confession and confession and rejoice are like the two faces of the same coin. So confession is facing toward all the negative deeds that you have done. Uh, Rejoice is focusing on all the positive deeds that you have done, that you are going to do, and the others have done, and others are going to do. So basically, rejoice is looking at the brighter side. And, confession is looking at the darker side. Um, so anyway, so next is rejoice. Let me just read a few lines. So profoundly and sincerely, okay, rejoice. So rejoice, the Dharma teaching of the Buddhas, the noble teachers, those who shed lights to illuminate the path towards the escape from samsara, towards nirvana. So all the noble deeds of those noble beings, rejoice at their action, their thoughts, their speech, all that. So that is known as rejoice. So basically, rejoice is a kind of a, very spiritual, like a formal kind of word. So basically, to understand it better in today's world, rejoice means to appreciate, to acknowledge. So acknowledge and appreciate all the good things that has been done by anyone, everyone, including yourself, especially yourself. Yeah. So there's one story. I will just relate the story first, and then I will tell some more explanation there. So basically, during the Buddha's time, there's one king by the name of King Prasenajit. What happened is that the king made offerings to all the noble family, the Buddhas, and all the hundreds of thousands of monks that follows the Buddha. So basically, to the noble sangha, the sangha community, make huge offerings, and they did it for about 1 week, one full week. He hosted the noble sangha, and when that thing was happening, there was one beggar. Beggar, when very old beggar, homeless person, homeless woman. So she was witnessing the whole thing, and she was saying to herself, "Oh, the noble King Prasenajit, because of all because of the merits that he has accumulated in his past lives, and this life he was born as a king." And because of that, he has born with all the riches and privilege and all this thing. And this lifetime also, he is using this to make offering to paying respect and offering to the noble sangha. How wonderful it is! How wonderful it is! Like she rejoiced and she appreciated the whole thing. So she thought to herself that that king is so lucky that he's not only bestowed with all the good things in life, but he also has the wisdom to make make the offering, make use of all the good things that he has, to make offering, to give, to practice sharing and generosity like that. And may I also be able to become like that king in the future, not only with all the riches and the wealth, but the ability, the wisdom to share my good things with others like that. So because of that, even though she has nothing at all, but she has that rejoice, appreciation, she accumulated a lot of merit. So we call that the source of merit, okay? The source of merit. So because of that, she accumulated a huge amount of source of merit, huge. So during that, at the end of those, during that 1 week of offering to the monks, so each evening they do the dedication, which is also part of the seven limb, right? So during the dedication in the evening, the Buddha, being aware of the whole situation, asked the king, "So today, on whose honor you want me to do the dedication? The one who accumulated the most number of merit, or what is the other word? So do you want me to dedicate it in the honor of the one person who accumulated the most number of merit, uh, or the one who made the most number of offering itself, which is the king, right? And then the king said, "Oh, please dedicate it on the behalf of, or the honor of, the one who gathered, who got the most number of merit." Mm. Because he thinks he's the one, because he made all the offerings, so he thought he is the one. But then the Buddha Shakyamuni recited the name of that beggar, homeless person, and said, on her behalf, now I will make the dedication, blah, blah, like that. And the king got super, super jealous after that. The king went home that night and was restless. So they had a urgent meeting. He had an urgent meeting with his advisors, the ministers, and said, "Okay, I make all this offering, hundreds of thousands of, I don't know, coin or rupees. Then the merits being taken by the poor girl who did nothing. And then, okay, how do we solve this thing?" And then, of course, the ministers were very intelligent. They're very learned. At the same time, of course, they're very cunning. Of course, so you can be very cunning only if you are very learned and educated. If you are not very educated, not very knowledgeable, then you can just be grumpy. You cannot be very cunning. So the ministers, they devise a plan. So next day, tomorrow, when they make the offering to give, make the, oh yeah, I forgot something. So the food or the offering was done to both the monks as well as the homeless people in the community. So the monks were being offered the food, as well as all the homeless people, the beggars were also given food. So tomorrow, when the next day, when the food was being distributed to the poor people, the king told them not to offer the food respectfully. Just throw it at their face, all the food, throw it at their face. And people who come to take the food from the bowl, I don't know, the container, the big containers. When people come to get the container, beat them up. And the old woman who was there yesterday, she also come to pick up the food, and she was beaten brutally. And because of that, she was really disgruntled, and she was very angry. Then she started to say bad things about the king, everybody else around. There was no rejoice, no appreciation, nothing. She was feeling really bad at that day. And then, so then when the dedication has to be done that evening, it was the king. The king was the winner because he made all the, like that. You see the whole picture, right? Now the king make all the offerings, right? And the beggar, the poor beggar, didn't make any offering. I mean, any physical offering because he doesn't have anything. But because she was appreciative and she rejoiced, she acknowledged and appreciated the king's deeds and all that. She actually gained more merit than the king did. Because especially because because her intention was so pure, so strong. Because the king actually has millions, and out of the millions, he's giving a few thousand to the offering to the monks and to the to the community. He's giving back out of the millions. He's giving back only just a bit, right? Then for the poor person, the beggar, she's giving everything that she has. What she has is not money, not food, not that. Only thing that she has is her thoughts, and she's giving her pure thoughts to through appreciation. She's offering her pure thoughts for the king, right? By doing so, by offering the pure thought, she was able to accumulate more merit than the person who made the actual expansive, large amount of offering. So you see here that the mental offering, my point is the mental offering, if done right and purely, appropriately, the mental offering is stronger than the physical offering. Rejoice. When you rejoice someone, okay, so there's two types of rejoice others, rejoice yourself. when regarding others, when you rejoice someone for their noble deed, and that person has a higher realization, higher understanding, higher spiritual realization, spiritual understanding than yourself, then you get half of the merit that the person has earned. If you're equal, you get equal. If that person has lesser realization than yourself, then by rejoicing, you get double the merit of the person who is who has done the noble deed. Then that is others. Now yourself, if you rejoice, appreciate all the good things that you have done yourself, that is not ego. If you have actually done something good and then you feel good about that good thing, then it's double good thing. Okay, basically you are piggy banking on a piggy bank. So it's double benefit, double bonus. So if you have done something, that's why, like for example, when we do this Dhamma practice or anything good, at the end we do the dedication. While we do the dedication, we also appreciate our good deeds. So by doing so, we get the double bonus. So Je Rinpoche, Lama Tsongkhapa said it Beba Chungu Labchen Tsogdula, Gela Jesu Yira Chodo Song. So if you want big result, major result with minor effort, then the best practice is rejoicing. Next is requesting to teach the Dharma and requesting to have a long life, not to pass into nirvana, basically not to die. No. So these last two, this the second last 6 and the 5 and number 5 and number 6, number 5 and 6 are coupled together. Requesting your teacher, the Buddhas, all the noble beings, anyone, asking them to have a long life, not to pass away, and then asking them to teach the Dharma. So these are coupled together, combined together. So teach the Dharma means lead the way to nirvana, lead us out of samsara. That is what the teaching is all about. So there are tens of thousands of millions of teachings out there. So what you mean by teach the Dharma? Teach the Dharma means show us the way out of samsara. Show us the way to Buddhahood. That is the teaching. Okay, that is Dharma teaching. Then to wish to have a long life is very important. So in a Tibetan tradition, whenever we go to see our guru, we always ask them, okay, if you have anything else to ask, you ask them, ask that as well. But we always make sure that we request the teacher to have a long life. Please don't pass into nirvana, to have a long life. That's why you see a lot of time we make offerings of long life ceremony to His Holiness, etc., like that. That is asking him to have a long life. Okay, so the logic, the reason behind that is the gurus, our gurus who are the representative of the Buddhas, because Shakyamuni passed into nirvana 2 million years ago. So right now we have our peerless teachers, our great gurus, teachers around us. So those teachers are the representative of the Buddha, right? So they came to teach us, they came to lead us. If we don't require them anymore, then they are ready to depart to another place anytime. So therefore, it is very important from our part to request them not to take flight, that's the important one. So there's a story behind that. So the long story, maybe some other time. Short story, I will share today. So the thing is, during Buddha's time, when the Buddha was alive, very much alive, and very much active, and he's how do you say? He's shaping the behaviors, habits, and the future of many young generation of his time by making them go to the right path. So by doing that, by doing so, they are no longer engaging in any illegal, illicit, uh, any negative. They're not taking the negative path, right? They're doing all the good things. So what happens is there was a demon king who was very worried. So demon king also went to see the Buddha and asked the Buddha. So he's a very honest demon, right? So he said to the Buddha, because of you, my career is finished now. All the people in the region is now doing the good things, only good things. And because of that, I don't get my what do you call that? Uh, I no longer get uh, new followers anymore because everybody is following you and taking the right path, and so I request you to pass into nirvana, basically go to some other place, and you are the Buddha, you are supposed to take care of all the people. That means me, the demon king, also, and I want more people to do bad things. So if you don't let me let me and my associates do the bad things, actually you're not taking care of me anyway. So that's his logic. Okay, so he told that to the Buddha and then basically asked Buddha to die, pass away. And Buddha said, this is not the right timing, come here some other time. Yeah. Then he came back many times to see the Buddha. Basically whenever he comes, he's gonna ask Buddha to go to another realm, basically to die. So whenever he comes, the Buddha's nephew, confidante, assistant, personal friend, whatever you may call him, Ananda, was there all the time. Ananda always guards the Buddha's house or surrounding, never letting the demon king near to the Buddha. But then one day, when the time has come for the Buddha to depart to a new world, then Buddha told Ananda, Buddha told Ananda that he is going to do. Buddha also asked Ananda to be away for a short period of time, and at the same time, the demon king was always looking for the opportunity, and he used that opportunity. The demon king, the Buddha, yeah, Buddha said, the Buddha said, I want to have some personal space, okay, and then, but that time, because of the circumstances, Ananda actually thought maybe this is a good time for me to go into a deep meditation because Buddha wants some personal space. So when then Buddha was on his own, and Ananda went to deep meditation, that period was utilized. That opportunity was used by the demon king to ask the Buddha to pass away. Then Buddha agreed to him. Okay, now I will do so. So I'm not a good storyteller, so I skipped the best part. So what happened was, when the demon king asked Buddha to pass away, then the Buddha asked Ananda, oh Ananda, the demon king is asking me to pass away. What do you think? And then, of course, no response because Ananda is meditating. So, oh Ananda, the demon king is asking me to pass to nirvana. So 3 times and no response. And then Buddha said, okay. So my surrounding, my subjects, my devotees, okay, has now completed. And now I will go to another universe, another realm to take care of other devotees. So all this is part of a bigger story known as the 8 trials of Ananda. So basically, after the passing away of Buddha Shakyamuni, Ananda was persecuted by the Sangha, the monks. And so out of the 8 trials, one of the accusation is that you let Buddha die because he asked you 3 times and you did not respond. Basically, you didn't ask him to live long. So this is so we are coming back to the the seven limb practice, the sixth one, which is requires to live a long life. So because he missed that opportunity, so the Buddha, actually everything, yeah. So because he missed the opportunity to request the Buddha to live long, so therefore Buddha chose to depart to another universe. So therefore, in the Tibetan tradition, whenever we go to see our guru, we always request them to have a long life. So the last one is dedication. So maybe we discuss this next week, and I can entertain one or two questions if there is any.
Yeah.
So while we wait for the question, yeah. So I will share the mantra of the Samandabhadra. That mantra is usually, we call that clouds of offerings. Okay.
Cloud of offering.
Clouds of
Yeah.
offering. So
Yeah.
that mantra. So I will share the mantra later. The actual script, the actual the what do you call that? The actual mantra book. I will share in the group later. That mantra multiplies the offerings into hundreds of thousands, basically into clouds, into.
Rinpoche, will you lung the mantra? Will you give lung the
Yeah.
mantra?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So you can repeat after me. Okay. Om Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vajra
Vajra
Sate
Tante
Prama
Dhamma
Dane
Dane
Tathagataya
Tathagatara
Arahate
Arahate
Samyasam
Samsaksam
Buddhaya
Buddhaya
Tayatha
Vayatha
Om
Om
Benze Benze Vajre Vajre
Vaja Vaje
Mahavajre
Mahavaje
Mahatenza Vajre
Mahabenza Vaje
Vidya Vajre.
Vizya Vaje
Sorry, Mahavidya Vajre.
Mahavisa Vaje
Vajra
Vaja
Sarva
Sawa
Karma.
Kama.
Wait, okay. Because I'm breaking it up, so it's Maha
Maha
Tenza
Benza
Vajre.
Vaje
Maha
Maha
Vidya
Vidya
Vajre.
Vaje
Maha
Maha
Kramanam.
Kramanam
Vajra
Vaja
Sarva
Sawa
Karmanam
Kamanam
Vishodhanaye
Visodhanade
Soha.
Soha.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I will just say it the long way. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasaravama Dhanatadakataya Arahate Samyasambuddhaya. Yeah. You just imagine that you are repeating after me. Om Namo.
Thầy tụng cái bản dài thì thầy tụng bản dài và quý vị hãy quán tưởng là quý vị đang lặp lại theo lời thầy.
Otherwise, word by word, I keep forgetting.
Nếu như mà thầy tụng từng câu, từng chữ một thì thầy lại quên mất.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasarva Paramadanya Tathagataya Arahate Samyasambuddhaya Teata Omo Vajra Vajra Mahavajra Mahatenja Vajra Mahavidya Vajra Mahabodhicitta Vajra Mahabodhi Mandropasam Kramana Vajrasarva Kama Avarana Vishut Vajra Soha. First time. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasarva Paramadanya Tathagataya Arahate Samyasambuddhaya Teata Omo Vajra Vajra Mahavajra Mahatenja Vajra Mahavidya Vajra Mahabodhicitta Vajra Mahabodhi Mandropasam Kramana Vajra Sarvakam Avarana Vishut Vajra Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Vajra Sarva Paramadanya Tadangate Arahate Samyasambuddhaya Teatha Om Vajra Vajra Mahavajra Mahavidya Vajra Mahabodhicitta Vajra Mahabodhi Mandropasam Kramana Vajra Sarvakam Avarana Vishut Vajra Soha. So this offering mantra you can recite before making any offering. as extensive as it may be or as simple as it may be, anytime you can do this recitation. Yeah. And one thing, okay, I will also share some of the offering prayers, offering lines. So in Tibetan tradition, we have prayers for different occasions, and we have offerings for different occasions. Offerings for rice, offerings for tea, offerings for butter tea, offerings for sweet tea, offerings for meat, offerings for vegetable, basically everything. Okay, so I will share two main ones today. So the first one is making offering to the triple gem. This one we usually have a division between the tea offering and the beverage offering and the food offering, but this can be used for both. But I will also add the tea offering too. So I will do the tea offering, general food offering, two types of food offering. Okay, like that. So just remember, just think that you are repeating after me. Oh yeah. 다소 korje serap tamje to kunjo sumtang namyang minjel shing kunjo sumbo gyundu chöba tang kunjo sumki chinlap jubar show. So the first one is the tea offering. What you are doing is I make offering. Me and all of us. So this is daso means me and all of us. Basically, it can be your family, your partner, or whatever. So all of us make the offering to the triple gem. And by doing this, by making this connection with the triple gem, may we never be separated from the triple gem and always be blessed by them. Next one is Temba Lame Sangye Rinpoche, Gyoba Lame Tamje Rinpoche, Jemba Lame Gendun Rinpoche, Gyamne Kunjo Sumla Choba Pu. So Buddha is the most perfect teacher. Dhamma is the most perfect teaching. Sangha is the most perfect assembly or community. And I make offering to the perfect I make offering to the perfect source of refuge. Then the another one is Shese Roya Dembe Yitropa Lecture Dine Kyawa Sejela Ebe Pube Jowa Deda Gun Jordan Things in Sela Jeva Show. So what it says is, the meaning is this wonderful wide arrangement of food being displayed here. So it can, yeah, the wide arrangement of food being displayed here is a which attracts the mind, which attracts the heart of the taster, the person who is eating that. I make this offering. I give this as an offer. I offer this to the Buddhas and his sons. His sons meaning the Bodhisattvas. So I offer this to the Buddha and the sons of the Buddhas. By doing so, by making this offering up there, all the sentient beings down there, may they be able to feast on the food of meditation, meditative realization. Yeah, the food of meditative realization. By making this material food offering to the Buddhas up there, may all the sentient beings living here be able to enjoy the feast of meditative realization. Okay. And very simply, very simply, you can just say Om Ahom, Om Ahom, Om Ahom, right? If you are in a public place and you don't want to feel, you don't want to look awkward or this kind of thing, you can just silently recite the prayers or just say Om Ahom, Om Ahom like that, and just that, yeah. So the 3 prayers I just shared, those that we never be separated from the triple gem. That one is traditionally we use for beverages, drinks. Yeah. And the other two you can use for meals.
Yeah.
And especially the last one you can use if you're offering a feast or like a big gathering. Yeah. So I will share the prayers in the group later. And now we conclude the teaching and we go for dedication. Yeah. Renge wa di ye nyor do ma la ma san ye ndro yo ne tro wa ji ya ma le ma ye ye sa la nge ba ra sho chan do sem ren bo je ma ye ba na ma ge ju ro ye ba nyam ba me ba ra yang kong ne gong do me wa ra sho Lo, sai, chai, be, shai, lai, soi, wai, de, loi, sai, chai, be, shai, lai, soi, wai, de, Dembe, nyambo, zembe, bema, shin, naman, do, yu, gun, la, chan, jo, love song, che, ye, jam, zu, cho, gun, do, denge, do, den, tamba, so on, de.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Cảm ơn.
Thank you, Miss Wang. Thank you, yeah, thank you,
Thank you.
yeah,
Bye bye.
thank you, Kimmy,
Thank you,
yeah,
Rinpoche.
thank you,
Bye bye.
Thank you,
thank you,
Rinpoche la. Con cảm ơn
thank
bác
you,
đã
and
dịch.
hello
Thank you,
from,
Rinpoche.
yeah,
Cảm ơn đạo hữu Phương Hoa nhá, cảm
thank
ơn
you,
đạo hữu Tùy
bye-bye.
Hỷ Công Đức ơi,
Thank
cả
you,
đạo hữu
Rinpoche.
nha.
Cảm ơn anh Hưng.
Thank you,
Cảm
thank
ơn
you.
Hưng nha.
Vâng,
Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Mr.
Tùy
Hong.
Hỷ Công
Yeah,
Đức đạo hữu.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Rinpoche la.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you, thank
bye.
you.
Bye bye. Hello.